Hey there, my brilliant listeners. Welcome back to the Wise Mindset Guy podcast, the podcast where we talk about how to kick life's butt and take names. I'm your host, Nat Plastino, and today we're diving into a topic that might ruffle a few feathers, but will definitely leave you thinking and hopefully laughing a little along the way. So buckle up because we're talking about why leaders win and victims fail. Yep, we're going there. Get your notepad, your coffee, or whatever you need to soak up some serious motivation. Now, I know what you're thinking, but Nat, come on, victims don't fail because they want to. They've been through tough times. And listen, I hear you. Life can throw curveballs. Heck, sometimes it feels like the pitcher is trying to bean you in the head on purpose. But here's the truth. How we respond to those curveballs defines everything. Let's kick things off with what separates leaders from victims. Spoiler alert, it's all about mindset. Leaders look at challenges and think, all right, game on. How do I tackle this? Victims, on the other hand, tend to think, why does this always happen to me? See the difference? Leaders see opportunities. Victims see obstacles. Leaders ask, what's the lesson here? Victim will ask, why me? Now, I get it. Sometimes you're having a day where your coffee spills, your Wi-Fi cuts out, and your dog decides to shred your tax documents. Those why me moments sneak in all the time. But here's the deal. You don't unpack and give up. You pick up the pieces, laugh a little bit about it, and move forward. Leaders aren't immune to frustration. They're just better at not letting it rent space in their heads. Here's a truth bomb for you. Leaders own their lives. Victims outsource responsibility. Think about it. Leaders will say, I messed up. Let me fix it. Victims, it's not my fault. But accountability is like a superpower. It might feel heavy at first, but once you own your choices, you take back control. And who doesn't want to be in the driver's seat of their own life? Let me give you an example. Imagine two people lose their jobs. Person A, the victim, goes, this company is the worst. The economy is terrible. It's hopeless. Person B, the leader, says, this sucks, but maybe it's a sign to upskill, pivot, or even start that side hustle I've been dreaming about. Who's going to bounce back faster? Person B, every single time. Accountability is tough love, but it's the good kind, like your grandma telling you to eat your vegetables so you grow up strong. Another key difference, leaders are solution focused. Victims, well, they're problem collectors. They hoard problems like it's Black Friday sale. Leaders know life isn't fair, but instead of whining, they ask, how do we fix this? They're the people who, when the boat is sinking, grab a bucket and start bailing water. Victims, they're too busy pointing out that the boat's sinking, like we hadn't noticed. Look, if you're ever stranded on a desert island, you want a leader in your group. They'll find a way to turn coconuts into Wi-Fi. A victim, they'll just remind you every 20 minutes that you're stranded. So here's a tip. The next time you hit a roadblock, channel your inner leader. Ask yourself, what can I do right now to make this better? It might not be perfect solution, but action beats inaction every time. Let's talk about comfort zones. The cozy bubble where nothing ever changes and you're always safe. But here's the thing. Nothing grows in comfort zones except your Netflix watch list. Leaders are growth junkies. They strive on pushing limits, learning new things, and sometimes falling flat on their faces. But hey, they get back up. Victims, well, they cling to comfort like it's a life raft, even if it's taking them straight down the waterfall. Now picture this. A leader looks at a treadmill and thinks, this will make me stronger. A victim looks at the same treadmill and says, "That looks exhausting. I'm going to sit over here with my chips and critique my joggers." Critique the joggers. Growth is uncomfortable. It's messy, but it's also where the magic happens. Every successful leader you've ever admired got there by embracing the hard stuff. Here's the good news. You don't have to stay stuck in a victim mentality. It's a choice. And the moment you decide to ditch the "Woe, Me is Me" soundtrack and start humming "Eye of the Tiger," everything changes. You can be a leader in your own life. No, scratch that. You already are. It doesn't matter if you're running a Fortune 500 company or managing the chaos of a toddler who's teething. Leadership starts with owning your mindset and actions. So next time life throws a curveball, and it will, remember, leaders win because they rise above, adapt, and keep moving forward. Victims fail because they give their power away. Which one do you want to be? All right, my friends, that's a wrap for today's episode. If you're fired up and ready to lead your life like the boss you are, let me know. Hit me up on social media, share your leader moments, or just tell me what curveball you're tracking today. And hey, if you found this episode helpful or you kind of enjoy my coconut Wi-Fi joke, share it with someone who needs a little motivation. Let's spread that leadership energy far and wide. Until next time, stay bold, stay brilliant, and remember, leaders win, and you're one of them.